Hello there, we are back. Well, after a brief hiatus of I don't know how long, but today we are going to be doing an unboxing video. This will be the first one in quite some time, but what I've decided to do is I'm going to start reacquiring my Power of the Force figures that I had when I was a child back in the 90s. And yeah, I'm going to go through them, compare them to what's around today. Eventually I will get a range of different ones and we can look and compare them, but for now we'll unbox them and have a little talk about them and then go from there. Alright, so this one, as far as I'm aware, should be an Obi-Wan figure, but we'll have to see because I've ordered quite a few recently. So, yes, there it is. Try not to get the light glare on it. There you go. So this is the Obi-Wan Kenobi figure, obviously. It's the 3.75 inch size. It was pretty standard. This was released in 1995, I believe, and like I've said previously, it's from the Power of the Force line. Now, this gives you some idea of the other figures that were available from this line, but obviously there was significantly more than that. This was, if memory serves me correctly, it was about £6 back in the day, which is about $7.99 equivalent at the time. It was the first figure of Obi-Wan Kenobi since the 1985 range, or line, whichever you want to say. They hadn't made any more of it since, or in between that time, so from 85 to 95 there was nothing, because there was, obviously after the last film there was no more Star Wars, so the sales dropped off and they decided to bring out these, as far as I'm aware, to try and reboot the line and try and get some money back into figures. But obviously little did they know, in 1999 they'd be having episode 1 come along. But whether you like that or not is obviously a different matter, but you know, we eventually got some new figures. So it's actually this figure, this is a random fact, but I'm not sure if it's this one. I wouldn't have thought so, but originally this figure, the lightsaber was too big for it. They made a first mould of it and the lightsaber was too big, so basically whenever he held it, he'd fall over. It was never really thought out that well that it'd overbalance him, so they had to go back and re-alter the length of the lightsaber, so now he can hold it and it doesn't fall over. On this you've got 6 points of articulation, if I remember. You've got the head that swivels, the leg joints, it's no bend at the knee or at the foot, and the arm joints, which just rotate at the top. His robe, this whole robe section lifts off. I don't think it shows you on the back what that looks like, but yeah, that lifts off. Like I say, the arms move and the legs move underneath, and yeah, that is it. But what I'm going to do is, this one's going to stay in the packet because I have got an open version of this somewhere. Where? I'm not sure, but we'll have to dig it out, and then we'll use the open version for the comparison of the other figures. But there you go. So this is the first one of the Power of the Force figures that I've received packaged. I have got a few more upstairs which I got for my last birthday, so I might bring them down at some point and show those. But for now we're just going to concentrate on opening these and seeing what we get. So there you go, one last look at Obi-Wan Kenobi. There you go. And yeah, Obviously on the back, we'll just flip it around actually, because it gives you a little bit of information on there. So, gives you the trained by Jedi Master Yoda, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, obviously that's subject to change, because when we find out in the film that came after that he was trained by Qui-Gon Jinn, I don't really see, well, we don't really see that Yoda does any real training with him. Becomes a Jedi Knight after Qui-Gon passes away, so I'm not entirely sure, but this is obviously based on the information that we had from the first 3 films, so there you go. But anyhow, like I say, we're going to try and get as many of these as we can, and try and reclaim my old stock. So there you go. Alright, speak to you next time.